When me and my brother, because my brother, I hope I don't incriminate him. I told him I'm looking for a place with very few witnesses. We're going to do some Sopranos type shit. When I started actually plotting her death, I was actually, like, when I would see, you know how you drive through the woods and you see Serenity? I see spots. I see, man, that's a clearing right there. I can bring a shovel and some plastic out here and get to work. And I was like, yeah, we got to stop. We got to stop. Because I'm going to wind up playing dominoes with Scott Peterson. So,
oh, Jesus. All right, so here we go. As is commonplace, Dr. G sets it up with the tips, right? Mm-hmm. One of those tips was very important as it pertains to the subject of today's show. If they're mean to the kids.
I don't know about 4 and 5, yeah.
Today's topic is sparing the rod, right? Mm-hmm. Really spoiling the child. An in-depth look at discipline, child rearing, and child abuse, right? There are a lot of people out there who honestly believe getting my ass whooped made me a better person. Who believes that? Somebody call us right now. 855-878-4652. That's the number to dial.
No, real quick. There's a difference between consequences and punishment.
Wow.
Consequences teach your kid a lesson.
Here we go.
Whereas punishment teaches them a lesson they'll never forget. Which is to get even with you when they grow up. Ooh. So you got to think of the consequences, and the point is you're wanting them to learn to not do what they just did. But if you do that by abusing them, it's a little bit overkill, and it may come back to haunt them or haunt you.
If you've ever been spanked with braided switches before, woo! Somebody call us at 855-878-4652. Did it make you better? A lot of people believe, is it a cultural thing? You know, we believe white people don't whoop ass the way black folk whoop ass, right? There's something different there, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somebody call us at 855-878-4652. My big mama used to whoop me with something called Dr. Green. Don't make me go get Dr. Green.
Oh, yours had a name?
Yeah, mine had a name, Dr. Green.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if whooping helped me at all.
Well, I'm sure it did help me.
I don't know. But again, when is too far? When are you crossing the line? Should you whoop your child out of anger?
Never.
How many parents whoop out of anger, out of frustration, and they just lose it? Dr. G brings up a great point when he's breaking down the mother and her desire to want to nurture, and then when you put her in a position to be the bad cop, the disciplinarian, she doesn't take too well to that, does she, Doc? She doesn't want to go against her nurturing ways, right? She doesn't want to spank ass.
I think it's different in the black and white community.
Yeah. Well, let's hear it, Doc.
I think too often in the white community, they want to be friends with their kids. I think in the black community, they want to prepare them for a tough world. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine used to be the head of Teach for America in Los Angeles, and they were having a problem having these largely white college undergraduates were being dismissed by these inner city black kids. These inner city black kids thought these were white undergraduates who graduated were just do-gooder fools. And my friend Lee Cantor, he said, you got to get into the listening. And he thought, what does an inner city black kid listen to? He listens to his mother. And he realized that the difference between these white undergraduate coming back to do good, he said, here's the difference. When that undergraduate was 7 years old, the age of these elementary school kids, and it was time for a bath, their mother said, it's time for your bath. Whereas when a 7-year-old black kid, it was time for the bath, what the mother said is, get your black butt in the tub.
Get your black ass in that tub. That's what you wanted to say.
And the point is, that was not abusive. That was loving. What they were saying is, I'm going to prepare you for what the world's going to tell you when you grow up. And if you pull a gun each time, you're going to be dead real young. So that was a way of showing loving by that black mom.
Wow.
And so what he did is he started coaching these white college graduates. Instead of saying, it's time for math, he'd say, hey, Ivan, you in the back thing. Page 58, do that problem, do it now. And what happened is these whitey locks undergraduates would say, but that's racist, that's condescending. And what he would say is, no, that's loving.
That's how their mothers talk.
That is loving, that is caring. And what happened is, they started doing it, and they started getting, responses, and they started getting respected.
I love it,
It was kind of
Jeff.
interesting. But Jeff is going to just
I
rip
see
us
you,
to
Jeff.
shreds.
I see you.
No, I ain't gonna rip
Go
you to
ahead,
shreds.
Jeff,
No,
please.
rip me to
You're
shreds.
right. You're right.
Being a token white man on this show is not easy.
Young, young white children.
Can you, let's do it. Let me do it. You the black kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the white doctor or the white teacher trying to talk like your mama. Jeff, do that damn problem. Get it right. Can you imagine me doing that?
I'm gonna try to get this right. Fuck you talking to?
Yes, exactly. Hey, you do what I tell you. Watch your damn mouth and get that damn homework done.
Bitch, I'm calling my mama.
Exactly.
You want some shit? Oh, you want to talk like that? We finna see some shit in 45 minutes. I got a phone right here. Call my mama.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Wait, no, but is it better to say, Jeffrey, it's time for math. Could you please wake up and look at the page?
Damn, you did white people good.
Wow.
That's a beautiful white chick.
Actually,
right
the
there.
next time you do white people, just don't do nothing, and you got it. Okay.
Don't try to do white.
Don't even try
when
to
you're
do
already white.
Wow, so much.
This is your rant. We're ahead of time.
There's an army of words just trying to get out.
Make the point.
Yeah, that'll
Get
help.
to the point there, Jeff.
The point is that white kids at 7 are being prepared for the world. Black kids at 7 are being prepared for white people in the world.
Ooh,
Okay.
being prepared to survive.
You're being prepared to. You're being prepared. Yes, you're being prepared to thrive. Black children are being prepared to survive.
Wow.
Now,
Here we go. Say it. Go ahead.
oh, something's hot in the background.
You
Are we
know
going to
that's the
break?
big pill.
We going to break there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I believe that spankings work. I know spankings work. Mine are formal. When I give my kids a spanking, you don't get none of that surprise kamikaze shit I used to get. In the bathtub, get woke up in the middle of the night, none of that. You have to earn an ass whooping in my house. There are steps. Defiance, willful disobedience, lying, and whatever form that comes in. Not for accidents. If you accidentally, I probably want to say this for after the break.
Okay, for after
I got
the break.
something dope for
well,
you.
then this is
after the
what we'll
break.
do. We're going to
for
take a
after
quick
break.
break, and when we come back, you can chime in too. Is it spoiling the child if you don't lend them a little rod every now and again? 855-878-4652. We'll be back at 2.2. Holla.
You 13, ho. You want to be a woman? Put it on Facebook, let them know, bitch. Video that hustle noise. Ain't no okay, man. Now you sad because you know you ain't grown, bitch. Like you a woman, get your motherfucking ass here.
Okay, that was a family beating going down. Mom in the background cussing.
Mm-hmm.
Dad pulling his daughter's hair. I guess that's dad or stepdad.
Somebody had a handful of weed.
She 13, want to be grown.
Okay.
And this is a grown ass whooping getting
that
handed
ass
down.
toe up.
I'm saying, how does that make a person better?
Okay.
Do you have an idea?
I don't know how that does because that doesn't resemble anything that I do.
What was that family whooping that girl's ass out of anger, out of frustration?
Some but okay.
Is that whooping gonna make that girl better, Jeff? Right now?
Do I think that whooping is gonna make that girl
Yes.
better? In not enough ways. Like in the ways that it makes it worse outweigh the ways that it make it better.
Does that whooping make that girl a future abuser? Is that abuse?
Absolutely. But that's like saying, should you not use a knife because I stabbed my uncle with a knife? A
No
knife
more
is still
knives
yes,
anymore.
no more knives. No. Okay? This is the way spankings work in my house. Let's just say you throwing a ball in the house and you knock over a very expensive vase and you break it.
Right.
That's a mistake. Okay, especially if we haven't covered that. Don't throw a ball in the house. You throw a ball, you knock it over. I'm explaining to you that that's very expensive. This is why you shouldn't throw a ball in the house. Now, part of your allowance until it's paid for will go back to pay for that vase and you're going to clean up your mess.
Right.
That's not a spanking. You don't get a spanking for that. However, if there are 100 jelly beans in this bowl, and I say don't touch these jelly beans, and I come back and there's 98 jelly beans in this bowl, somebody gonna get their ass whooped over 2 jelly beans. Because that is defiance.
White doctor, Can you correct our black parenting
You go at
skills?
that how you want to.
I love it.
That's how I tear your ass up at the house. Now, let me put another little disclaimer out. I don't give a shit what no white folks say today. If my kids get hold of this, you know I'm gonna tear your ass up still. If I need,
Dr. Golston, help us from the abusive black father.
Yeah, I don't think that's abusive.
I hate to say this because it's tough to see a black man blush, but that was brilliant, Jeff.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. No, really. I think that distinction. I think it was when it's a mistake versus defiance. I think that ups the ante, and I think the key though when we saw that video is weigh in on this. That do you want? There's a difference between respecting authority versus being afraid of it. Or do you think there's no distinction?
I think there's a definite distinction, but I think the respect of authority comes with your own particular acknowledgement, your own particular intelligence, your own particular gathering of information. I think that fear of authority is wonderful, especially for a boy. Okay, there are a ton of times. I know, of course not, of course you don't. But I can remember growing up in Chicago that there was a bunch of stuff that cats I knew got in trouble about, went to do, that my father, my uncles, nobody was around. Nobody would have caught me. Nobody could have known. But in the back of my head, if I get caught with this shit, I got to deal with that fool at the house, and I don't want to deal. Let me say this, I'm done. Yeah. My stepfather, not the man who raised me, the man my mother married, told me this when we moved into his house. He said, okay, you 16. You can smoke weed in here. You can bring girls in here. You can disrespect your mama in here. You can put your feet on the furniture in here. You can steal my car. But if you do any of that shit I just said, you will feel the full weight of my wrath. Now you do what you want to do. And I learned to respect his authority, and part of it was some of the shit I feared.
I think what you're saying, respect and fear is a slippery slope.
Let me ask you something. Do you think kids down deep, they don't think it consciously, do you think a kid can tell when that parent disciplining him is over the top? Do you think inside can you feel when there's one thing if it's justifiable thing?
No.
You don't think you can tell the difference?
No.
Yeah, you
Ask
can.
my son Blake. All spankings is over the top. He don't want no spankings, but he get them.
No, but I think a kid can feel when the parent that's putting the whooping down is a little off.
Or is being when
You understand?
When
like
it's
abusive. Like, hey, okay. I think kids can feel that, and I think kids can also feel when you have a little off, and then you have a little soft.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because kids play defense too. Like, I can get over on my. So they believe me, they're sensitive to when you're soft versus when you're
and
off.
who to play?
Right. Because when you're off, anything could trigger off.
Right.
So there's always that eggshell feeling when you're dealing with a parent that's off versus one that's soft. That's a good point. We got a doctor on the phone, better than the doctor in the building.
Wow.
Yes, I have to challenge
I got to
Dr.
raise
Wilson.
my bar.
You have to raise your bar. Yes, we have a doctor on the line right now that's going to help us. Somebody that's going to battle Dr. G. No, I'm just kidding. They're not going to battle.
Is it a rap battle?
No, it's not a rap battle.
Get to the doctor.
No, but we have a great doctor on the line that's going to talk to us about tips on disciplining the child, what's abusive, what isn't abusive, and the difference in cultural, disciplining, because it's cultural is different.
Here we go.
They're on the line right now. Dr. John Mayer, no longer a singer, but
dude,
no longer a singer. Put
Gravity
the guitar
is
down.
my song.
Right? He's an author, clinician, lecturer, and consultant. He's going to talk to us about this. Dr. John Mayer, don't sing your advice. Just tell us what to do.
Sorry about Jennifer
I'm ready to
Aniston.
sing fathers and daughters here on this show.
Right? That's what you should have done,
Stay
right?
the hell away from me.
Well, welcome to the show. Talk to us about this controversial
thing. Don't say I won't fight with Dr. Goldstein. There's some things that you guys have been saying that I take a lot of issue with here. We might do a little battling here, which is okay.
That's all right.
That helps the public kind of filter out what they want to use and apply. So,
right. Well, talk to us.
Away. What do you guys want to know?
True or false? Is spanking really a form of domestic violence, family abuse? True or false? Go deeper.
Yes, true. true.
Why? How so?
You know, come on. It's a violent act. No matter. I was listening to Jeff there and how he spanks his child, and Dr. Goldstein popped in and said, "Yeah, you make a lot of sense." Well, I disagree.
He disagrees,
I think,
Jeff. You're
That's cool.
abusive.
He doesn't
That's
think you're
cool.
brilliant.
No, that's
No,
cool.
no. Wait, I'm not
Go on.
saying he's abusive. What I'm saying is that sure that's a violent act. You strike somebody, that's a violent act. I mean, it might be minor, it might be in the context of you trying to teach your child, but it's a violent act, guys. And Jeff, I think you're from Chicago, right? You grew up in Chicago?
Yes, sir. South Side.
South Side, 59th and Justine. I grew up.
Okay, all right. You know it.
It's called
You know
Englewood
it.
now. D.
Watch
Rose
this.
grew up in the same neighborhood.
Watch this. Justine Laughlin, Ashland, Hermitage, Wood, Honorary,
Yep.
Walcott, Winchester, Damon. I was like 8 blocks from you. How old are you?
Oh,
I
my
might have whooped
God.
your ass. Who are you?
Jeff, now damn it. He's from your town. Now leave it
No,
alone.
that's all right. What's up? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not even from his town. I'm from his hood. You know?
Wow. You're round the way. Yeah.
Okay, so let him finish his point.
Yeah, it's violence, guys. You know, and we got to accept that. I mean, and Jeff, quite honestly, when you're resorting to spanking your child, you've lost power, man.
Okay.
You've
How
lost
so?
power.
Give us an example. Say more to
me,
that.
It's being a powerful parent. Being a powerful parent, I don't have to spank my kid. You know, one of the examples I give parents all the time, there's a couple of good ones I got. One of them, which people relate to,